What's up guys, Blade Master here, going to be bringing you yet another match from the unit ban tournament. This is again a round 1 match. We are almost about to be done with the round 1 matches for now. This is AcMaiden from the VOD clan versus DDGjz, or DDG as I just like to call him now, from the VR clan. So AcMaiden has first pick and he decided to go with, as you can see here, Carthage. And this is in Alexandria, so he with Carthage he picked Alexandria as the map, as his map choice. Meanwhile, DDGjz has picked Pontus, as you can see here. And okay, so I don't really know what the picks, the unit bans were, because they didn't tell me and they're offline right now, and I don't really have much time to record this at a later date. So I'm just going to go ahead and guess what units were banned by each player or for each player. So Carthage, it looks like Carthage does not have mercenary Samnites or Libyan infantry, and it also doesn't have any Carthaginian cavalry. So if I had to pick 2 units to ban, I would probably say that DDG banned Libyan infantry and Carthaginian cavalry. These 2 cavalry over here, there's one cav here and there's another cav here. Not really sure why there's one cav here. Both of them are mercenary Scutari cav. There's one here and one here. He's also brought a line of... Why does it seem like it's lagging? I hope it doesn't. He seems to have brought a line of Carthaginian Hoplites. So he's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 late Carthaginian Hoplites. And he's got a late Libyan Hoplite on the flank as well, 1 each. He's brought a couple of mercenary noble fighters, 1 on each flank. Good units to destroy the flanks of Pontus. Although a tad overpriced for their general role, if you're talking about cost effectiveness of units across all factions. But against Pontus they'll probably do very well. Not very susceptible to missiles though, that's the big problem. He's brought mercenary Gallic warriors, 4 of them. And he's also brought a mercenary Scutari. So that brings 4, 5, 6, 7 total melee infantry, so he's under the limit. He's also got another late Libyan Hoplite here, a regular general's bodyguard, and that's it for his army. Now we could see there was a massive amount of skirmish fire being poured on one of these units. I don't know which one. It didn't seem to kill anyone, which is strange, because it seemed like 4. Oh, there we go. Yeah, 5 mercenary Scutari cavalry already died from that, because I think there were like 4 skirmish units that was just pouring in fire. Pontus, if I was Carthage, it would be a pretty much a no-brainer to ban Scythed Chariots. And unlike my ban with Heracles, I think a better ban would be maybe Bronze Shield Pikes. Honestly, Bronze Shield Pikes not great. I would ban Mercenary Naked Swords, but since there's no Bronze Shield Pikes, I would probably say that was the unit that was banned. Because there are Noble Blood Cav, there's Cappadocian Cav, and there's also Pontic Royal Cavalry. So all the heavy, and as well there's a Pontic Swordsman, and there is Mercenary Celtic Warriors. So it's a toss-up. It's definitely Scythed Chariots were banned, and I don't know if, and there are Eastern Slingers and Eastern Archers for sure, because that's what I saw in the unit screen, in the loading screen. Maybe the mercenary Balearics and Cretan archers were banned for Carthage, although I wouldn't really ban them because it's a very heavily wooded map in the first place. And you can see horse archers are also present on the battlefield. So for Pontus, definitely Scythed Chariots, and I would, if I had to guess, I would probably say the Bronze Shield Pikemen were also banned. Let's see, you guys, AcMaiden, DDG, if you guys are watching this, let me know in the comments. So Eastern Archers here being, it looks like Eastern Archers are on the flanks, a couple of Eastern Slingers on this flank, and 2 Eastern Slingers and an Eastern Archer in the center. Very heavy skirmish line. We can see 1 Noble Blood Cav pulling up here, another Noble Blood Cav here, there's a Pontic Royal Cav Gen, Cappadocian Cav here, and there are a couple of Mercenary Horse Archers. There was 1 here and there's 1 here as well. Looks like with the huge amount of maneuverability that DDG has, he is beginning to surround Carthage. The Eastern Slingers are not being, or the Eastern Archers especially, are not being used on good units. They have limited ammo compared to the Slingers, although this problem is not nearly as prevalent as in Attila. The archers still do have a fair bit of ammo, but they can't be affording to waste it on late Libyan Hoplites. Those guys have 80 armor for a 300 talent unit, some of the most heavily armored units in the game, very cost effective units. So you can see one Pontic swordsman here, one mercenary Celtic warrior. The swords line of DDG is really not going to do well. Even the late Carthaginian Hoplites, if there are three things that are going on for them, in that they have formation attack turned off, they get a proper charge in, and they pop Hoplite phalanx immediately, they will be able to. I'm confident they'll be able to beat the Pontic swords. So Eastern Slinger is being pulled back here. There is this one mercenary Scutari cavalry that's hidden for now, but I think DDG knows where it is. Gallic warriors here being pulled back. I'm not really sure why this is happening, because the late Libyan Hoplite could just as easily do the job. Now this is a very good use of Eastern Slingers, pouring fire into the mercenary noble fighters. They've already taken 7 casualties, definitely taking a ton of HP damage as well. Pulling back with the Eastern Slingers here. And it looks like the Noble Blood Cavalry have charged into the Mercenary Scutari Cavalry. They probably got a free charge in because these Scutari Cavalry have taken so much damage. And Scutari Cav are pretty decent units, so they must have gotten charged there. Mercenary Celtic Warriors about to charge into late Carthaginian. It looks like AcMaiden has turned off formation attack here for the late Carthaginian Hoplites, so that's a good move. It depends on if he can pop Hoplite phalanx to make them truly cost effective. Because yeah, they get kind of crushed by the mercenary Celtic warriors on the charge, so it really, like, he needs to turn on Hoplite phalanx. Lately, when Hoplites got attacked in the rear and only got 3 kills before routing, but the mercenary noble fighters have already charged in there, and now this noble blood cav, it's stuck. Oh, this could be a pretty big, pretty decisive little engagement there. He's pulling back all across the field. Late Libyan Hoplites got charged at by Cappadocian Cav. They took a lot of damage there, 9 kills on the late Libyans. And then the Cappadocian Cav is getting charged by the mercenary noble fighters here. Mercenary Celtic War is going to die to late Carthaginian, I would say. And then the Pontic Royal Cav, I'm not really sure what DDG is doing here. Really not sure. So the Noble Blood Cav got attacked in the rear by the General's Bodyguard, and that means he'll actually do well in that engagement. Late Carthaginian getting some kills there, but since they're not in Hoplite phalanx, they're not going to do well. They're definitely not going to trade cost effectively to those guys. The Cappadocian Cav got 59 kills, but ultimately is not being cost effective at all because the mercenary Scutari got a lot of Pilam on them. Pontic Royal Cav getting only 14 kills. These units are incredibly strong, but you need to use them effectively. Not like what is happening here. The Eastern Slingers, 5 kills, they are routing. This definitely looks like Carthage is steamrolling over Pontus. If you're going to bring a skirmish build, you have to be on point with your micro. So the mercenary noble fighter is definitely taking a lot of damage and not being very cost effective at all because they're taking rear shots. This is a very good move here by DDG. He saw the extreme lack of maneuverability for Carthage and then pulled his units to the side and getting amazing angles on the most highly valued units. But he's not using his shock cav well. He's pulling out the Pontic Royal cav, but this is getting only 31 kills is just not good enough for shock cav. Doing very well with the Noble Blood cav here, isolating pockets of Carthaginian Hoplites and then rear charging them. Pontic Swordsman, again, not trading very cost effectively to mid-tier Hoplites. Although that being said, late Carthaginian Hoplites are very, very good units. He needs to kill off the cavalry. This should have been a very easy task for DDG, considering there were only 2 cavalry units. And oh my god, his skirmish build could have worked so effectively then, but he didn't. And that means his very precious slingers and archers are going to get caught by Scutari Cav. And I would honestly say that this game is out of DDG's hands at this point, especially since these Pontic Royal Cav, who can be real difference makers in a game, have already gotten damaged so heavily. They're getting a rear charge on mercenary noble fighters, but they were exhausted. It looks like didn't look like they got a good charge at all. Pontic Swordsmen, with the help of that Noble Blood Cav charge, have dispatched some of these late Carthaginian Hoplites. This Hoplite with 116 units, tired, chasing after some of these archers. Late Libyan Hoplite is going to do very well against pretty depleted Noble Blood Cav there, if they can catch them. The Pontic Royal Cav General is being caught by mercenary Gallic warriors here. Meanwhile, Eastern Slingers pouring in fire. They need time though, especially in a forested map. They need time to get kills. And it's obviously a risk bringing a lot of skirmishers with Pontus in Alexandria, but there's really not much else you can do if Scythed Chariots are banned. I mean, you could go pikes and just demolish your opponent and humiliate him, a la Heracles versus myself. But I mean, for most other players, it's going to be a tough task. Only 40 kills with this Pontic Royal Cavalry here, not being used cost effectively at all. This Eastern Slinger though, with 58 kills in a single experience chevron, getting more kills on the mercenary noble fighters. Still some few cav left. This Noble Blood cav did pretty decently, 92 kills, but very expensive unit for how little it performed. and now just pulling away all across the field. But since there's only 46 seconds, we can just assume that DDG has decided to call it quits very soon, because I mean he's got archers and stuff, but there's just absolutely no way he can deal with so many infantry, especially since some of them got killed earlier on in the game. Yeah, Eastern Slingers, Eastern Archers really didn't do well in this game, and that kind of is to be expected. I mean, look at the amount of woods here. Woods really diminish a skirmisher's capabilities in the game. Sure, there are pockets like here and pretty big pockets here of open space where you're exactly like here. The Eastern Slingers that were here got a lot of kills, but ultimately it's a close victory because you know, this build brought by DDG required him to be a lot more patient and required him to kite a lot more before he engaged with his Noble Blood Cav. I think what lost him the game was engaging with his Noble Blood Cav initially, and those were cost-effective engagements, but then he got a bit overconfident, I think, and then decided to just go on the offensive against a very rush build Carthage army brought by AcMaiden. So that means that AcMaiden has taken the first game, but of course the tables are turned in the second game, or at least the roles are turned in the second game. DDG has the first pick and he gets map choice and stuff. So you guys know how the rules work by now, and I shall see you for game 2. Peace.